Hello and welcome to today's Qigong Q&A. Today I'm going to be sharing three student questions that have come up recently and my responses to them. So before we begin, just a reminder that everyone has their own experience and their own personal truths, but this is what I have come to understand from my own experience and studying with other teachers. Now, the first question came from a student who wondered, why is it that we do a clearing after a qigong movement or flow? Especially because we're always carrying qi with us as long as we're alive, right? So this is a great question. So there are two parts to my response. Now, the first part is to address why we're doing this after a movement. And the reason is because this kind of clearing, where the hand comes up in front of the body and gently presses down towards the earth, is meant to settle the chi. That's right, settle the chi. So, especially after an activating movement, whether something is physically activating, maybe even a breath work practice, or a flow that requires a bit more physical effort or mental effort, if you're learning it, it's often necessary and helpful to transition by balancing the energy, by balancing the chi before moving on to the next movement. Now, this is also the kind of clearing that we may do to close a practice as we're moving towards sealing in the chi to be stored now that it's been cultivated in the lower dantian. And this is helpful because not only is it settling that chi back down, but it can help us from feeling sort of floaty, a little spacey potentially, or even overstimulated, or maybe so calm that it might be a little difficult to move into the next moment, the next task of our day. Now, just a brief mention that clearing can also be used as a way to detoxify emotions or energetic blocks, things that are coming up, maybe some irritation, anger, fear. And a great example of this is when we do drawing down the heavens, the hands come way up to the sky, and we bring them down, washing, loosening up any stale, stagnant chi or blockages so that it can flow away and really open us up energetically in our meridians to let the more spacious, more helpful virtues to start to manifest, like happiness or peace, that joy, love, groundedness. So that is question number one. So we've got two more to go, and they're sort of related. So the next question came from a student wondering, well, are we going to get the same benefits from a Qigong movement, a flow, if we can't remember what those benefits are supposed to be, or which organs or meridians do they correspond with? And so my answer is a resounding yes. So, yes, it can be very helpful to know why we're doing a certain flow. Maybe it benefits the liver and helps us transform anger into kindness. And we can benefit from knowing that. But remember that all of this is energetic qualities that we're working with. So, these go beyond the intellect, beyond the mind. And Qigong practitioners, the masters, they discovered these benefits through doing. So the doing came first, the observation follows, and then we can add to it by giving meaning to it in the moment. But yes, you can definitely get and gain all those beautiful benefits, regardless if you know all the intellectual things behind it. And finally, question number three, can we still get the same benefits from a Qigong movement if we're needing to modify it for our body? So, for example, the student wondered with horse stance or Mabu, She wasn't feeling like her knees could bend down as far as maybe someone practicing next to her, and sometimes she needed to straighten her legs. So, my response again is a resounding yes. So, Qigong has several key functions that happen no matter what the movement looks like. And that is the key. So these benefits are the benefits of breath, the calming or the re energizing or the refocusing qualities of breath and presence. So that leads us into the physical realm. So when we're doing any movement and we're leaning into our healthy edge, so maybe bending down where it feels just right, we are still increasing mobility, we're increasing strength, and we're increasing our sense of vitality. And finally, linked to the body, the mind, are the emotional and also spiritual benefits. So, as we are moving chi and cultivating wellness and strength in the body, that vitality, we are naturally going to open up energy pathways and be more prone to experiencing those lighter emotional qualities, a lightheartedness, a joy, patience, resilience in the face of change, all of the different things. So, all of these combined create the spaciousness and the inner stillness needed to tap into the more spiritually inclined insights and awareness. This is when we can rise up to a higher consciousness and start to get these growing glimpses of what we truly are. And together, we're able to flow through our lives more peacefully and with greater grace and ease. So I hope this was helpful today. I would love to do more of these Q&A sessions. So if you have a question that you would like answered, or at least my response to, leave that down in the comments below. And also, if you liked this video today or found it helpful, please share, like, and even watch it again if it's helpful for you. All right, everybody. Well, take care, and I am wishing you peace, health, joy, prosperity, and love right now.